Come on, do the thing, do the thing. So instead of ruining this button and burning out your headlight motors, there is an easier way. So on this episode of Project 380, I'm going to be installing the Jass Performance Wink mod. In the Jass Performance Wink mod, you will get a switch with some wires, an inline relay with 2 plugs, and if you want to go out and spend a little bit more, you can actually get a second relay and plug unit. If you go for the kit with just 1 relay, you will only have 1 headlight wink. But if you go for the set of 2, you can choose which headlight winks. So as you can see, I've gone for the kit where I can select which headlight I wink. To begin the installation, we're going to start with the switch and wires. These wires and this switch allows you to control the headlights. So the wires, you can see I've neatened up with a little bit of tester tape. This wire goes to a chassis ground and these wires go to the headlight motor modules. So we've got to find a place for our switch and then run the wires to the headlights. Now for the switch position, a lot of people like to use a blank down here, but for me, if I see an MX-5, I don't think I'm going to get these switches quick enough. So I know my hand is always near the gear stick. I've got a lot of space to mount the switch here, and it's going to be nice and easy for me to reach. So I think I'm going to remove this panel and put the switch right in the middle here. I've gone ahead and removed my stereo, but I haven't removed this panel as it started to break when I was removing it. So I'm going to have to drill the hole for the switch while this is in place. If you are going to do this, just make sure there's no wires directly behind it, as you don't want to damage anything. With the hole drilled, you can install the switch. Now we need to find a ground for our switch. So what I've done is ground it to a bit of metal behind the stereo. Previous owner has used this for a ground for the stereo anyway. Now to run these 2 wires through the bulkhead to the engine bay. You got to be careful while doing this. These are quite squashable and will bend and snap easily. Now there's 2 ways of doing this: through behind the glove box or above the throttle pedal. As either side of the engine bay, you've got a rubber wiring grommet and the same down here. So pick whichever side you want. I'm going to pick this side as it is slightly easier. Being an English car, I haven't got the pedals to worry about this side. Just a heater blower inside the cab. So I'm going to first run these wires behind the center console and then feed them through the bulkhead. With that wire all pulled through the bulkhead, make sure you tie wrap the wire in the footwell right out of the way so no one catches their feet on it. So I've neatly ran the wire down the side, tie wrapping it up to the loom. I've already connected and figured out this side, and I've run the second wire underneath this front slam panel to the right hand light just down here. So the next step is to unplug the plug for the headlight motor. Because we want to play with the female side of the plug, ideally we want to take it off the chassis. Just reach inside the chassis and pinch these 2 parts together and that should slide out. But what we need on the female side of the plug is this empty slot here. If you get a small screwdriver or a pair of tweezers, you can pry this blank out. Then the wire for the wink mod can simply slide in. That will only go in one way. That will take a fair bit of force to get that in the plug, but once that's in, you can feed the weatherproofing in. Now we can add the wink module that will only plug in one way, so you can't get this wrong. Now you can reattach it to the chassis and just tuck the module out of the way. Time to give it a test. Well, I'm not gonna lie, this kit hasn't worked exactly how I intended it to, but it's still cute and it still winks. This kit only works with the lights down. But mark my words, I will find a way to make this kit work with the lights up. And of course, I'll show you guys how I've done it. Even though it only winks with the lights down, I'm still happy, but that is all for now. If this video helped you install your Jass Performance wink kit, let me know in the comments down below. And as per usual, leave a like and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.